Hey guys, welcome back to another mod overview for Total War Attila. We're finally able to take a look at Ancient Empires, an amazing total conversion modification for Attila which takes the game back to the Punic Wars. Some of you might remember the Warriors of Faith mod overview I did. The combat system in Ancient Empires is pretty much based on that modification. Link to that video is in the description so you can check it out if you want. In this video I will take a look at the entire modification, like overall, mostly at the campaign. Oakley from THIV Productions made a great video about the battle mechanics, and there's also a massive battle in this mod between me and him on his channel. Both videos are really cool, so check them out, links are in the description. Now let's get straight into Ancient Empires. This major modification offers a campaign set in 202 BC, just after the conclusion of the Second Punic War at Zama. Rome is now the major power in the Mediterranean. The Romans now need to focus on the Macedonian and barbarian threats. Meanwhile, the Seleucid Empire in the east has just unified both Bactria, the Seleucid Empire. Both Bactria and Parthia are secured client states by now. This is a preview of the upcoming campaign map. As you can see, a lot of factions. It features over 148 factions along with 187 emergent factions. They're also trying to make use of the Horde system. Factions like the Pictones, the Boii and the Veneti will now start out as a Horde faction, so that's really cool. As you can see, the amount of factions, regions and content on this campaign map is simply amazing. Ancient Empires is trying to create the most in-depth and dynamic campaign possible in a Total War game. It's basically a better Rome 2 with all the improved Attila features. Everything we wanted really. Rome 2 is still my favorite game, but Attila has some features that I really want to see in Rome 2, and this mod will hopefully bring that to us once it's finished. Let's wait no longer and take a look at the campaign map in the game. So first of all we'll take a look at the main interfaces. As you can see, this is already awesome. A great UI, just looks very good. Nothing like Attila of course. So now let's take a look at the current campaign. Please note that barely anything is done yet. Of course, it's a very big project. Only Rome and Carthage are somewhat finished in terms of units and stuff like that, but you can see where they're going. So Berbernd Arabian, Nabatea, Exum, Kingdom of Numidia, Meru. We have two Iberian factions, the Celts with the Idri, the Iceni, Arverni, Galatia. We have the Swinri, Suebi, Nervi and Marcomanni. Rome and Carthage, these guys are done. As you can see, Hannibal in Attila, it's really cool. And this is of course Scipio in Attila, Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus. We have some Hellenic factions, Macedon, Pergamon, Seleucid, Achaean League, Egypt and the Aetolian League. We have some Eastern factions, Bactria, Pontus, Medio Atropatene, Parthia, Samaria and Armenia. And we have the Galabri, Dalmatai, and we have the Roxolani, the Tauri and the Royal Scythia. So they already finished some part of the campaign map and I will show you some right now. So here we are, a little Roman campaign started up. This is one of the pieces of the map that's already done, already converted to the Roman time period basically. As you can see, we have the Roman Empire over here. We have a settlement in Greece, we have some settlements in Spain, because of course this is after the Second Punic War. But look at all these new, this doesn't even look like Attila anymore. We have Baleares, we have some Spanish tribes, the Vetones, the Celtici, the Edetani, Carpetani, we have Carthage of course over here, Kingdom of Numidia, this is the Masaicili, we have some Greek factions like Macedon, the League over here, we have the Dalmatai, some barbarian factions. So this is one of the pieces that's already done. And most of mods like this, they have a lot of things they want to do, but it's you don't see it a lot that they actually manage to achieve what they want really with the map and such. But this one is really working out so far as you can see. It really has a Roman, ancient Roman feeling to it, like you're playing a Rome 2 game, but in a different surrounding. Because of course now you will have the family tree. Now you will have the siege escalation, you will have the governor system, all the new cool stuff in Attila will be to your disposal in this. And as you can see, we have a little army here already, perfectly well made unit cards, Triarii, Principes, Astari, Velites, Equites and another kind of Equite. Buildings of course not done yet, a lot is not done yet, but you see what they're trying to do here. And what I also want to point out to you guys is the UI. Look at this UI. amazing in my opinion. You have like the crest over here. Yeah, the different city icons. This one, the SPQR, the marble feeling that it gives you. Same goes for the battles, by the way. The same kind of UI is working for them in battles. But the cool thing you will see right now, and that is this. Now you're looking at the Carthaginian campaign and look at this UI. Completely different. You can see the trees, the purple feel. The background of the family tree has the elephant. You can already see the beginnings of the family tree. Hamilcar Barca, Hannibal, Mago, etc, etc. And this faction has a completely different UI. Of course, it's far from finished. Let's see. Oh, Egypt is done. As you can see, Egypt already over here. We have the Maori. So this is really getting along quickly already. But the UI is just beautiful. It's just great that it's different for every culture. Because now you can see some different cultures on the screen as well. You can see that all these UI are perfectly well made. They fit the culture they belong to. And it really makes it a lot better than the generic UI that we saw in Rome 2, of course. A lot of people hated that UI. It wasn't that bad, but it was the same for every faction, and that was disappointing. So this is really good to give you a feeling really of which culture you are playing. So in my opinion, it looks really, really good. So before we take a quick look at the battles and the rosters, I want to show you another area on the map. This is Parthia, of course. The UI is not yet implemented over here. But as you can see, we have the Seleucid Empire, we have Bactria, the Dahae, I'm never sure how to pronounce that. But as you can see, like every area of the map is of course a work in progress. It's getting along nicely. It's far from playable, of course, but it gives you an impression of what they're trying to do. So now let's take a quick look at the units. So last but not least, I'll show you the look of a couple of units. This entire battle between me and Oakley can be viewed on his channel. Link is in the description. He's playing as the Roman Republic, I'm playing as the Carthaginians. But here are just some examples. We have Iberian units, great looking as you can see. In the middle we have, let's see, Punic, no, citizen militia first of all. Look at these guys, amazing, amazing shields as well. Behind them are some African veterans. Great look, of course. We got the elephants, and look at the size of the units right now. Amazing. We got some Balearic slingers. Very good looking, very cool. And let's take a look at some of the cavalry units, for example. We have Numidian cav over here. The javelin cav, of course, very famous in the ancient world. Here we have my general unit with Hannibal itself here in the little tree over here. Let's take a quick look at the Romans. Velites. We have Hastari, Principes, and Triarii. Look very, very good in my opinion. We also have some allied units over here. For example, these cohorts Extraordinarii. Over here we have some cohorts Sociorum. So as you can see, really good looking. You can't even feel that this is Attila anymore. It really feels like Rome 2, but just a very well modded Rome 2, to be honest. Just an improved version of Rome 2 so far. So here we have the Roman general unit. Here's Scipio, as you can see. Really cool. So the look of these units is really good. As I said, everything is a work in progress and completely unplayable except for this battle maybe. So there's no release date or anything yet as well. There's still a lot to do. Please check out the mod, links are in the description, and check out Oakley's videos as well. Hopefully you like this video. It's not as edited as my other videos, but that's because I wanted to give you a real impression of how these battles play out really. So and how the mod will feel when you're playing the game. So hopefully you enjoyed this, hopefully you're looking forward to this mod. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.